Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for Grow My Bag TV, and there was a lot in the Crypto Minute, and I had to rush through it all because there was so much. Let's start off with BlackRock. All right, yesterday, just out of nowhere, I told you Ethereum had been sleeping for a little while, but don't sleep on Ethereum. Just go back to my video. I told you that way early in the morning. I said, don't sleep on Ethereum. And what happens? BlackRock comes out and says, hey, we have now filed for our Ethereum Spot ETF. That means they've either been buying or started buying Ethereum like nuts, which means everybody else started buying Ethereum as soon as they said that. That was the big news yesterday. That was the huge news yesterday. And that's why Ethereum started spiking. Not to be outdone, ARK Invest has partnered again with 21 Shares. Don't forget, ARK Invest and 21 Shares are partners in their application for Bitcoin Spot ETF, which would also be out there on the Chicago Board Options Exchange. That's the third minor partner. So they've partnered again to offer a suite of services. So not just including an Ethereum Spot ETF application, but also a suite of other ETFs that would have a digital asset focus, and each one of them having their own specific focus in terms of investment. Those are huge movers. And I suspect that, the BlackRock news hit, spiked things. I think the news that ARK Invest and 21 Shares is going to proliferate today, and that will move the numbers. And I suspect that we will see other players in the space do the same and start filing as well. Now, here's a bit of news that you should actually be paying attention to. MicroStrategy has made over $1 billion of unrealized profit for their Bitcoin investments. Wow. But I kind of knew that. Here's what will surprise most people. Everybody thinks of MicroStrategy as a cryptocurrency player. They're not. They're a major software player. A major software player. Their software runs in I've got to say, at least half the banks around the world, other financial institutions, at least half. They know numbers. They know how to write software. So it's not surprising to me that they were smart enough, and Michael Saylor were smart enough to get in on Bitcoin since 2019, 2020? I think 2020. I think 2019 you probably started studying that stuff. But I'm wondering, my question in my head, and hat tip to Michael Saylor for sticking it out, right? Getting the backers and having them stick it out. But I really wonder, how long will it be before their main business switches and becomes their side hustle, because their investments in Bitcoin just become that big? Stop and think about that. That's what I'm wondering. And then with all the profits that they're going to see, what are they going to do with it? Remember, there are a bunch of brainiacs that run it, that work at that company. So imagine what you could do with those unrealized assets. You can leverage them so you can get money, right? Use that debt to make money. I'm just saying, there's a lot that they'd be able to do, because he's not going to sell his Bitcoin, at least no time soon. He says he's never going to sell it. But something I would be paying attention to. Something else I'm paying attention to is Galaxy Digital. Galaxy Digital posted really bad Q3 numbers. They actually took a deeper loss than expected. So they're not doing all that well. What they're banking on is, oh, look at that, a little cat in my yard. What they're banking on is, with no collar, poor guy. What they're banking on is their Bitcoin Spot ETF being approved. Now, if their Bitcoin Spot ETF gets approved, that means all of the machinations that they've been going through, all the maneuvering that they've been doing, would pay off at that second. Go back to some of my previous videos. Galaxy Digital has made some really strategic moves. Smart ones. Very smart ones. With a long, yeah, they've got long tails, but let me tell you, they get that Bitcoin Spot ETF, They are more than poised, right? They had bought mining facilities. They're basically in line to snatch up a miner if things go awry. They are positioned ridiculously well. So on the stock side, I'd be looking to see if I can get in on that, right? I'd definitely be looking to see if I could get in on that. Anyway, you also have some shocking news. Bitcoin futures has grown, and I don't think people have been paying attention to it, but it has grown so much that institutional investors have been just dumping money into the space. So much so that the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, which is where these institutions buy those futures, has ousted Binance as the number one Bitcoin futures exchange. That's big. That's big. That's huge institutional investment. That's huge institutional investment. And that is also going to wind up driving Bitcoin up again. As that news and all that movement starts to hit, that's when you're going to start to see things move. Something that shocked me is that Celsius, one of those companies that, caused major problems, Celsius is going to be exiting bankruptcy. Their plan is to pay everybody out using cell tokens and, reopen as a miner. Not a bad deal. Court approved it. When I sit there and I think about it, I'm going, they're going to be printing their own money, and that's how they're going to get out of it. Okay. Because their plan is to make, to pay back as many people as possible. Well, to pay back everybody as much as possible. Okay. I can see that. That would be awesome. If FTX does the same and gets bought out by Tom Farley, I think it was, something like that. Farley. That would be huge because they plan on paying everybody back as much as they can. Now, I want you to think about this. They rocked the crypto space. They rocked industries, period. But imagine if they were able to make everybody whole. Then what's the damage if they're able to make everybody whole? People need to pay attention to that. Something else I'm paying attention to is Tether is still the number one stablecoin out there. But Circle is trying to work on making USDC and EURC more competitive. Those are their stablecoins. Far more competitive. What are they doing? They're introducing an upgrade, version 2.2, that is supposed to drop fees by at least 7%. Interesting. Increase security and increase efficiency. That's how they would drop the fees. If they can do that, I'm going to be looking to see if they can actually grow their market share in terms of stablecoins, because that would be the big deal. That would be huge for me, right? Anyway, you know what we should do? We should get into the numbers. And while I switch screens, I'll refresh that. So right now you have our biggest losers, biggest winners, right? Our biggest losers, I don't know what the heck this is. Teller Tributes, I don't know who they are. I haven't done any research on them whatsoever, but they're down 31%. They're down a third. That's a big drop. So whatever they're doing, just saying. Next one up is Trust Wallet, down 9%. And then you stop right about here. You get to WorldCoin. Bone for ShibaSwap is down 6%. WorldCoin is down 6%. Aave is down 6%. Let's see, is anybody? Injective and XDC down 6 and 7% respectively. That's interesting. PancakeSwap down 9%. There are certain things that I look at and I say, that could be a buying opportunity. Injective is one. XDC is one. Pancake is one. Not really messing with Trust Wallet in that way. So I don't know if that's a buying opportunity for them. Maybe. But those could be buying opportunities. XRP pulling back a little bit, 5%. Arweave, again, 5%. Stellar is down 4%, so not really a move. Engine, same thing, 4%. not really big losers. Just kind of moving laterally a little bit until news, gets down to them. Let's see, who's over here that I'd be paying attention to? Nope, 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 nope. Let's see, optimism up 11%. Is that it? That's all that's on this list that I'm paying attention to? Oh no, immutable. I knew there was another one. Immutable is up 15%. That's because they got that deal that I told you about yesterday. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. They got a lot going on. I'd be paying attention to anything in the gaming space. So pay attention to Immutable, Gala, Sands, Mana. Just pay attention to that space, right? There's rumors that Roblox, no time soon, but Roblox does see in the future where they would be able to use, Robux on other platforms. That would mean interoperability, right? They're also looking at how they'd be able to leverage NFTs. Like they said, we could actually see how, you could buy something on platform and, go pick up something that's in the real world. So there's a lot going on there. Something else to pay attention to is the Fear and Greed Index is up to 70. 70. Wow, not bad. Not bad. We're fully in greed mode. Something else I'm paying attention to, we are a hair away from $60 billion in total value locked. I can't tell you enough how much crypto is going to be leveraged in the future, how it's going to be used, how it's going to be adopted. It's here to stay for the long haul, and now you're seeing it. You're going to start to see this. You're going to see a little dip in this, right? But I think you're going to start to see that rise and rise. All right? You look at Bitcoin, yes, almost, we like touched 38,000. We were like right there, and then we dropped back down, right? You can see it right there. But where are we? We're back up to $37,000. Let's take a look at the big board. That might actually tell you a bit more. So you're up to 36,980, almost at $37,000. So it shot up because of all the BlackRock news and then profit taking. But again, I told you yesterday, going forward, I'm just looking for higher lows. That's what I'm looking for. And you can see that you see all the news with Ethereum going up to over $2,100. Again, I'm looking for higher lows. But you can still see everybody else that's up. Polkadot is up. Matic is up. Matic is up at 84 cents. Pay attention to how fast these things are moving. Pay attention. Like, if everything positive happens, let me put it like this. There was so much traffic on Ethereum yesterday, you had gas fees reach a peak of $100. Insane. So the fall off from that would be, well, I need to move money fast, or I need to do something fast. Let me flip over to Matic. Boom. Faster, just as secure. This is why I think Matic is also going to start taking off. Honestly. Solana's up $49. So keep seeing Solana in the green. It's at $49. When was the last time you saw Solana up this high? It's a while. It's been a while. So I'm just saying, pay attention to the opportunities that are out there. They're being availed to you, and do your own research so you can see it, right? If you just want to look across the big board, something else that I keep telling you guys is pay attention to the all-time highs for some of these coins. For the stronger projects, that's going to be the minimum rise. For those stronger projects, that's going to be the minimum rise. They will rise beyond that and set new all-time highs. And people will ride that wave until it comes back. So if you can get in now, that's what I would do. I'm already in. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto for Grow My Bag TV. If you like what I'm doing, let me know. I love hearing from you guys. If you don't like what I'm doing, tell me how I can improve it for you. I've had a lot of people tell me that I should extend the show. Do me a favor. Tell me what you think about me extending this show. Normally it's somewhere between 10 and 20 minutes, but people are saying, maybe I should be taking deeper dives into some of these coins, telling a bigger picture, getting deeper into the news, whatever have you. Tell me your thoughts on that. I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.